All right, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. It's your boy, Squall Rush, gamer, podcast, anime enthusiast. Oh, wait. Whoa. I had the stream unmuted for myself. Anyways, welcome to the Great Nimbus Debates, the Dragon Ball Z podcast, where we debate the vague and not so vague things in Dragon Ball. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. So, right now, we'll get into the intros before we get into the Dragon Ball Z debate stuff. So, like I said, I'm Squall Rush, gamer, podcast, and anime enjoyer. Hit the link tree. I got a bunch of different platforms. Hit the buy me a coffee account just in case there's no donate button from wherever you're watching from. And I am gonna make some Pokemon TCG Pocket videos, so be on the lookout for that. But besides that, the intro question Brock came up with for today is, how would you explain Dragon Ball to someone who's never seen it before? I would say very manly, very testosterone driven, lots of cool flashy lights, lots of cool screaming all over the place, and lots of punches thrown left and right all over the place. And I would say a lot of blue balling as well in the old Dragon Ball, where you'd wait a whole episode to see a fight go down, and as soon as the fight would go down, they start to throw a punch at you or at each other, and then boom, end of the episode. Tune in next time for the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. All right, that's how I describe it. Yeah, a lot of like Cass saying said. Alrighty, Brockstrap, take it away. Then 7 Ninja and Secret Cold Sauce.
Extract 55, do a lot of just mainline Pokemon gameplay on YouTube and Rumble. That's where you'll find me. My internet's so garbage all the time. So no streaming for me, but I can do uploads. I'd say the way I could explain it to somebody is, young boy grows up getting stronger to fight multiple enemies to lose, and then get more stronger afterwards again. So there's a lot of flashy lights, like you said. Didn't start off that way, but that's where we ended up. So yeah, it's not pre-recorded. We live chat. Go ahead, Ninja.
Yeah, that's the homie Pee Wee.
All right, I'm
gotcha.
7 Ninja 7. I'm 7 Ninja 7. You can find me at Game Jolt Melee and Rumble, which leads you right back to my Rumble channel. I am an anime ninja connoisseur. I know a lot about a lot of things. If I were to describe Dragon Ball to someone, it is... Okay, Dragon Ball itself is kind of an adventure story. You're thinking something similar to Dragon Quest. You're looking at a little bit of comedy, a little bit of fan service, a little bit of fighting. It's a lot better choreography in, I would say, in Dragon Ball itself, versus when you get to Dragon Ball Z, you're dealing with a lot of screaming, a lot of fighting. It's mostly action, if you're going to be real. From time to time, you'll get a little fan service, but a lot of it is just really fighting, seeing people get stronger, and seeing a lot of heroes' journeys. So if you're interested in that kind of story, check it out.
What's up, everybody? I'm Secret Cold Sauce. You can find me here on the Great Nimbus Debates. And the way I describe Dragon Ball Z to somebody whenever they haven't watched it, I always tell them that it's the fucking GOAT, bro. You can't even really be an anime fan until you watched Dragon Ball Z. Like everything before you watch Dragon Ball Z, you just taste testing anime. You just like, I don't know if I like this food yet. Let me try some of their samples. Until you watch Dragon Ball Z, then you're an anime fan. Also, it's filled with these long still shots of nothing happening but sound. So a story that should take about 40 episodes took 300.
Yeah,
Lovely.
that's facts. Like the Goku throwing the spirit bomb in the original Dragon Ball Z took 10 episodes.
How about in Dragon Ball Z when it was coming out weekly? Every Saturday you got a new episode, and Gohan and Cell did a Kamehameha clash for the whole episode. Literally, the start of the episode, they were already clashed up, and then the end of the episode, nothing changed.
I threw my hands up when Kira Toriyama died as a tribute.
I did it on Xenoverse.
I did it on Dragon Ball Z Connect.
Oh, that's everybody. Shoot them some follows, peeps, and we'll get into the first segment.
Awesome.
All right.
Rockstrap's
First.
a good dad.
Topic is my topic. So, who do you all think is the strongest Earthling in Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. All of it as a whole. Who ended up strongest at the end? And why? Hunter, since you went last, you can go first this time.
All right. The strongest human in all of Dragon Ball Z, like all things considered, like from episode 1 of Dragon Ball all the way to the very last thing we in Super.
Yeah.
Master Roshi, because he was fucking around with Jiren for a little while in the tournament.
That's a very good argument. I'm not gonna lie.
In fact, in the manga, he fucked around with Jiren a lot more, and Goku watching him was the reason that he was able to figure out Ultra Instinct.
True.
Master Roshi was slipping into Ultra Instinct while he was fighting Jiren, according to Whis.
He really?
It was coming close to it. Whis said that Master Roshi was the closest human to achieving Ultra Instinct. Or that might be a rumor all over the internet.
It's not
But
really
I've
a
heard
power
that plenty
thing.
times before. Ultra
not really a
Instinct?
power
Not
thing.
a power thing?
Oh no,
That's
DT
like,
though. I kind of agree with that, but
It seemed to freak out the gods quite a bit.
Yeah, but like dodging something off of instinct isn't a power thing.
Well, that's just the defensive part of Ultra Instinct. The first part that Goku unlocked. He definitely did get a stat boost whenever he went full white hair. When he punched, when his punch met Jiren's kick and they made what looked like a fucking galaxy sprout out of their clash.
I see that idea, and I treat it the same as saying he went Super Saiyan Blue in the Ultra Instinct state. Because you have Omen, you have that Sheen,
So you
and
think
then you
he's
have like
mixing it?
Yeah, I feel like that's what happened there. Because again, dodging something. I mean, I've heard the idea of dodging something on instinct before as a human here. So that's like not a power thing as much as it's getting in tune with your senses and your body as a whole. I feel.
You know what? I think he might be onto something because his hair kind of raises up at the tips whenever he's in that form. But if it was a pure Ultra Instinct, like, okay, Super Saiyan God, his hair turns red, but it stays exactly how it shaped when it's black.
And then I
So
also,
I think you're right.
I guess I'll take my point now. I think Cold Sauce. Are you done? I didn't want to mean to break you up if I did.
I'm sorry. I think I interrupted you.
No. I realized like I'm on your turn. So are you done with your turn?
I don't remember what we're talking about right now. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
Who's the strongest
Strongest
human
human.
at the end of the Super?
Oh, strongest human. Yep, Master Roshi, definitely. Well, I mean, as far as potential goes, but as far as if you just stuck them in a fight against each other, Krillin is definitely canonically strongest human.
Huh?
I mean, unless Oob is like fucking training his ass off and we don't know about it.
At the end of Super, I feel
Yeah,
like
well,
Oob wouldn't.
Still like a child.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
he's
exclude Oob from this one. But he would definitely be the strongest human for sure.
The strongest Majin human. You're right.
I wanna kind of like, I'm thinking more in the realm of like Tien, Krillin, Yamcha, Roshi, all of them. The
Right.
B Squad Z fighters.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I do want to hop on that point about Roshi, though. I mean, he squared up with Jiren himself. Like he's not no Goku, and he squares up with him. And there's something to say about bravery or courage is also a form of strength as well. I don't know if I would outright say Krillin would be willing to try Jiren, but I could certainly. We saw Roshi do it, and so it's like, I think Krillin would have had a better time had he had that confidence, but I just don't think, especially because he can't use the structure disc. Oh man, that would have been something.
I don't
to see.
think so.
But,
I don't think Krillin would have been able to focus enough on the fight. He would have been really scared of Jiren. That's why Master Roshi was able to dodge Jiren's attacks. Krillin would have got hit one time.
That's what I'm saying. Courage is a form of strength as well, and so I want to give him his props for that. But at the same time, Krillin is the strongest. I feel like that behind him, we could argue Tien. I think Tien. Are we counting Tien? He is a Cyclops.
Dude, he's a human.
Yeah.
He's a human.
He's an Earthling, but he's not human.
Yeah, he is.
Nah, I looked this.
They got like half
human.
freaking dog mares. It's an Earthling too, you know.
Because then we also have to add the androids, and they're still human.
Yeah, 17's
right?
the strongest.
You know. But if we're accounting, if we're allowing Tien, we gotta allow the androids.
Yeah.
And then
so in which case, I have to change my answer to 17.
You guys are gonna make me change the question then if you guys are adding in androids.
Well, you said humans.
They're not actually androids though. They're cyborgs.
All right. Debate is now Tien or Krillin. Who's the stronger one?
Without a doubt, it's Krillin, bro. Without a doubt.
Squall wanted it to turn into Krillin versus Tien so bad. He just scratched the bullshit. Oh my god. Yeah, Krillin would fuck Triclops up, dude.
Like claims Earth as their home.
Brock, I guess it's your turn.
I'm pretty sure that the Daizenshu or any actual like official media states that Krillin is actually the strongest human, but I don't know, man, because like when they were younger, Tien was putting the hurt even on Goku there for a minute. So like, assuming that Goku was stronger than Krillin at that time, Tien was stronger than Goku at that time. Like, if Tien and Krillin both trained roughly the same amount, Tien being stronger, it would be like you're just adding more water to the original height. So one will always still be kind of fuller, if you would. I don't know, man. I feel like Tien would like technically be stronger. Like, I don't know how he would have ever gotten weaker than Krillin if they both trained after that tournament. But if we're going off officially stated by the man himself, Toriyama, then yeah, Krillin would be it.
Well, we could work with the idea of, in Dragon Ball, what we learned about Piccolo is Piccolo trains doing meditation. And we know that solo training does not work, or it doesn't allow you to get strong as fast. Well, if you're training with someone weaker, you're certainly not going to grow as fast as like someone who's somewhat stronger than you. Android 18 spars with Krillin often. We know she does this. So
True.
we could argue that Krillin is quite strong because 18 is strong, and they're both rivaling each other all the time anyway. So
18 beat
they're not
that
reaching
Super Saiyan
Goku in them,
Vegeta
but yeah.
ass.
Yeah. Yep.
And Tien
Broke his arm.
runs a dojo, and everybody freaked out when he charged up his ki in front of him, so he's not training at all.
Wait.
I guess it depends on what you mean by training, but probably not to the degree that
He ain't got no
Krillin is.
challenges.
Wait, what you said about him charging up and everyone freaked out, that kind of makes me feel like he's actually surprising everyone with how strong he is from charging up. But then
No,
you said-
they asked. They were like, "What is that stuff?" And he was like, "This is called ki."
Yeah, a whole person that would want to get stronger through his dojo probably wouldn't understand any kind of like key info or anything like that. So yeah, no, I think Ninja makes a pretty good point where
But
Krillin's training with 18 a lot.
what I'm trying to get is like, how does that mean he's not training if everyone freaked out over his ki?
Because that means that he's been running this dojo with all these supposed fighters, and none of them even know what ki is. So if he's ever throwing hands with any of them, they're fighting on a human level. None of them are better than Hercule Satan.
Like, yeah,
Seriously.
if like he were to never do it, that's the only reason why they'd be surprised is if he's never
That's
done
what
it
I'm-
before. So,
Exactly. So, and the thing is, like, it's not that makes him a fucking horrible teacher too, because we was able to see Goten learn how to fly in like 2 episodes.
Alright.
And Videl.
Well, how come when Master Roshi trained with 1 episode with Tien in his dojo, now all of a sudden Master Roshi is up to par with all the rest of the tournament power fighters? And Tien and Roshi lasted longer than Krillin in the tournament of power.
That's an
Because
easy,
they only
I can
had so
answer
many
the Krillin
weeks
part.
to finish the arc. This
The
season.
Krillin part was
I mean,
like
that's a
Fox's
battle
secret.
royale tournament, though. How many times do you think you're taken out by somebody less better at
Yeah.
Fortnite than you are?
Yeah, that's a very good point.
He got snuck up on. He was cocky. He got knocked off.
Yeah, like
was with-
Piccolo, that little tiny dude that he couldn't see, you know? Now, why he was standing on the edge, I have no idea. But
I mean, Krillin had 18 with him to back him up and still got knocked out. And
He was
we
way
all
up
know
there,
18
bro.
stronger than Tien.
well,
Are you
then
proving my
obviously Krillin is stronger than Tien because they're on the same level.
Hey,
Krillin and 18 are on the same level.
Alright, what do you mean by that?
We see it when they train together. Ninja just talked about it.
They could train together. That
Krillin
doesn't mean
would
they're on
have
the
to.
same level. That means he's definitely gotten stronger with training with her.
Sounds like
We
you
know
hating.
that-
It sounds like I
Seeing
hate
that
what?
too.
It sounds like you hating.
So it's, what's the comparison?
Well, I was
here?
like,
Does
why
Teen
would I
have anybody-
believe my own eyes whenever I could just assume that she was holding back?
So what's comparable for anybody else to 18 to train with outside of Krillin?
No humans. She's above
yeah.
Super Saiyan level, like fucking Piccolo. Krillin's right up there with Piccolo. If you want to do that,
But
Well, I mean,
who's Piccolo?
no, because
training
after the
with?
Kami fusion, Piccolo
Piccolo trains
meditates.
himself.
Confused with Kami.
Meditates.
Yeah,
He meditates all
That's
the
my
time.
point. That's my point. He doesn't train with anybody, and he's still stronger than Krillin, still stronger than Tien.
have you seen
He
Tien
trains with
be
Gohan.
stronger than Krillin and 18?
He does train with Gohan though. We know he trains.
No,
with
he
Gohan.
doesn't. We
He
know he
trained
doesn't
one
train with
episode.
Gohan. I'm watching the movie right
No.
now. It's
It
on
does- it doesn't-
Crunchyroll.
It's not that he does it all the time, but we know he trains with someone like Gohan, who has
No.
the ability to rise at high levels. We've also learned that we also learned that a weaker fighter fighting a stronger enemy will get stronger over time, which is what we see Goku getting stronger over time all the time. But
We also
Krillin's
see
far
Golden
weaker.
Frieza do that with
Wait.
Tagoma.
It's the whole thing with Kenichi.
Yeah.
He just gets his ass beat all the time by the masters, then he gets stronger.
Yeah.
And Krillin's been in far more fights now, especially with Super. Krillin's been in far more fights where the gap was huge, far more than Tien. So we know that Krillin, not only dealing with that, he also spars with the girl that they both get stronger at the same time. And we know that Tien, we don't see him sparring with anyone. We only see him sparring with his students or teaching his students. They don't know ki, which means that he can't be training with anyone using ki, which means he can't be bolstering his ki.
There you go.
I mean, you argued about the Master Roshi thing, and the point that I would use is that he got possessed, and that he got some kind of, let's say, Majin boost, if you will, that caused him to pull out of his power. I could somehow see that being the answer for why he was able to be so strong in the tournament. If that never happened, it wouldn't make any sense.
Who, Master Roshi?
Master Roshi got that ghost
He
stamp
got a-
or whatever on his face.
He
And
got,
he got
a
like a big
much.
boost out of it.
Talisman.
He got a much clearer mind
His
because
abs are insane.
he trained himself like to get over his perviness. So he had a much clearer mind. That's why he was so close to tapping into Ultra Instinct.
That is true.
So, my point is, in defense of Tien, like Tien did a lot of meditating as well. Like in the beginning of Z, right before, like right after Dragon Ball, you see him meditating all over the place. Like even though he's not training with like people like earth-shattering level, he's like training some humans. He can still be off on the side, like meditating and all that stuff, like and get stronger as well. Like Piccolo doesn't train with anybody, trains by himself. Android 17 was on an island with a bunch of animals, became OP by Dragon Ball, like Tournament of Power. Like, so Tien could be strong too without training with anybody strong, you know?
If we're making that argument, it's like Piccolo's not really an Earthling, though. Like the physiology would just be entirely different.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, the reason Piccolo can meditate and he'll get better versus the fact that when you're meditating, when you're training solo, all you're doing is improving your stats. You're not improving your battle IQ at all. So let's say Tien is stronger than Krillin. He also looked fucking terrible in the tournament because he sucks at fighting, like actually doing battle. He definitely could have just sent one clone over that edge with that dude. He could have dispersed his clone and saved himself back onto the ring. Like, if you, when it comes to being in a fight, his battle IQ is way lower than Krillin's And like Piccolo's been in so many fights. This dude don't have to train his battle IQ ever again for the rest of his fucking. TN ain't been in that many fights. He needs to fight more if he wants to start being able to reach the kind of level that Krillin and Piccolo is on.
Well,
You know that Piccolo and Vegeta never fought? It's crazy, right?
well,
Wow, that is crazy.
I don't know, bro. I think if you meditate, you're doing image training, so you're getting your battle IQ up. Cause
Yeah, but it only goes off of what you can imagine. You have to know about it for you to be able to imagine it. That's why they can run better simulations in their heads. If TN's only been in fucking 20 fights in his life and Piccolo's been in 5,000 fights in his life, who you think is going to be able to run more training simulations in their head while meditating?
Yeah. I mean, we could also look at the other idea, which is that, like, we don't even have to go with anything about. Like, Piccolo was already stronger than Tien in Dragon Ball. Now, scale that up to a higher state. If they're both doing meditation training, Piccolo's going to be far greater than him. And then we know that Krillin, again, spars, and I think Cold Sauce said he's on the same level or near Piccolo. Like, he's going to be stronger than Tien.
Krillin
He
is
has
on
to
the
be.
same
Oh,
level. as
Gohan? Oh, Krillin. Well, I mean, if you think about it, if Krillin's equal to 18... Wait, no, 18...
Oh, there's no
definitely
way.
weaker than Piccolo, yeah. 18's way weaker.
Piccolo. Wait, did you say Krillin is like on
I
the
would say-
like same level as Piccolo?
I didn't.
That was 18.
No, Seven Ninja.
I remember hearing him say it, but maybe I misunderstood him. What I will say, though, is that Krillin is very much up there. He's certainly getting stronger over time. Again, we know if you're sparring with another person, you will get stronger faster than meditating. We know this because we see Goku and do it all the time. We know this because of when he trains Gohan. We see this all the time. If they're
That's the
sparring with
whole
someone else,
reason Krillin
they're
was
both getting
always the
stronger.
strongest in the first place. He was
Mhm.
best friends with Goku, and they had a strong connection that whenever they would train together, so much of Goku, like, I guess Goku's energy, right? Krillin would be able to absorb, like, as far as gaining experience goes.
yeah.
That's why Krillin was always able to move up faster than everybody.
Finish your point.
Because he
Seven
gets
Ninja.
so
And we
much
know-
experience from Goku. My bad.
and we know that at least what we see with Tien. I think Yamcha was originally his training buddy at some point, but then something happened with Yamcha. We know though that Tien, if he's training with anybody, he's either meditating by himself or he's training with his students. Well, his students don't know what ki is, so they're weaker. That gap is gigantic. Like, the best way I could put it is, if you're playing a fighting game and you're like the pro and you're teaching a noob, you might see some wacky stuff that you wouldn't normally see, but it's not going to make you a better fighter. You have to actively fight someone on the same level to improve on a battle by battle basis. And Tien is not doing that. Not in this case.
Right, and he doesn't have enough fights under his belt for him to have that already. Like we said, Piccolo's... He's got a lot of data to... Gohan, however, continues to get weaker in Super.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're just talking about human.
No, I
Yeah.
saw Gohan in the back. That's why I said that.
Well, so I'm watching the movie right now, and Piccolo put Gohan, like, he changed his clothes, and he put Gohan's weighted shoulder pads on, and it like hunched him way over. He could barely stand up, and he was like, "It's so heavy," and Piccolo was like, "It wasn't heavy, kid." So like, Teen Gohan was like just walking around with these things, and adult Gohan is like hunched over, like, then he's sweating literally.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was pathetic. I don't know. I don't think you guys are giving Tien enough credit here. Like, you guys are talking about battle IQ. He can only imagine so much. Blah blah blah. Like, if he was so much higher battle IQ than Tien, and wins one battle in the tournament of power. Puts his guard down, looks at Android 18, is like, yeah, we did it, and then gets knocked out by someone sneaking up on him. I feel like if your battle IQ was that high, bro, you should be ready. You should be able to sense him. You should have had your guard up at all times. The battle royale, like you guys said, there's like 50 to 100 other fighters out there that are trying to hunt
losing
you down.
focus during a fight, which is what we saw killed Goku when he fought Golden Frieza to a fucking gun, a handgun. That constitutes the battle IQ of Krillin being somehow lower than Tien, who cloned himself into 4 different people, grabbed a guy with one of them, and then jumped off with all 4 dudes.
It don't make sense, bro. It doesn't work.
I gotta call out chat here just for a second. DT Dub, he's all like, Squall doesn't like Krillin. Bias. Then all of a sudden he's over here he's shitting on Tien. I'm just like, oh, that's not bias.
Squall is the most loyal person to his biasness. He's like, this dude tried to say Goku was a good dad.
He is. You guys are.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to save the world.
I'm not shitting on DT or nothing. I thought it was funny.
No, Squall, you're right. He's a great hero. A shitty dad, though.
You guys are. And then the one point I had about Goku being a bad dad, he's a great dad for that. Oh my god, bro. So it's just this is opposite of Squall.
Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it in the next segment.
Anyways, yeah. So,
no, sorry,
no, go ahead, bro.
Well, I was just thinking, it seems like there's 2 Krillin here. Between me and Ninja. One Roshi still potentially for Cold Sauce.
No, he changed the question. We can only choose
versus
from Krillin and Tien now.
Oh, only Tien versus. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that should have been the. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, he just changed his fucking mind.
Because they kept bringing in all these other randoms.
He was like, man, y'all keep coming up with people I didn't think of.
Alright, well, I would argue as dumb as Tien's move to bring all the clones in, it's not as dumb as Krillin putting down his guard right after a fight.
Let me ask you this. So, are we doing like Krillin and Tien getting a fight and who wins?
Yeah, we can shift the argument to that, the question to that.
Okay. Is the victory
death.
determined? Yeah, I was about to say, is it to the death or is it just who gives up?
Who
concedes? Okay.
Take him to uncle.
All right. Well,
And you hit
absolutely Krillin. 100% Krillin. There's a chance Tien could kill him, but if it's just to who concedes, Krillin's winning. He's
the
that
solar
much
flare
stronger.
that he does when he's showing Goku before the tournament of power. The solar flare that he does alone would give him such an advantage. And Tien's got 3 eyes, man. That's a
First of all, that's Tien's move.
Yeah, you're kind of
It's Tien's
making
move.
Tien look better by saying that.
Yeah, that's
It could be his
Tien's
move all day.
The solar
It could be
flare.
his move all day.
What I'm thinking is,
we know
what I
who
was gonna,
spams. We know who spams that move.
Has the
If
third
it's-
eye ever closed?
Oh, that bitch
I
don't
feel like
have
I've
no
only ever
eyelid.
seen his 2 original eyes
Yep.
closed. I don't.
It's just out there.
Is
ain't
it just
got no
painted on his
eyelid.
forehead?
No, it's an eye.
No. Yeah,
It's like I think it's like a snake eye. Like snakes don't have eyelids. You know, it's just always open, even while.
Yeah, I'm looking up a Google image right now. It's he's closed it before.
Fuck.
Sure that's not
I
edited?
didn't think he did. I couldn't quite remember.
I mean, I've seen him blink without blinking the third eye.
Oh, but anyways, what were we going on about Hunter?
Me?
Yeah, I think you were like saying something.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, if it's a fight to the death, Tien would have to. It would take him a while. He'd have to throw fists with Krillin to get him like a little bit tired, and then catch Krillin off guard with Solar Flare, and then kill him with the Shinkiko. But that might even kill Tien also. But that is the only way that I could see Tien doing this, is as quickly as he possibly can in that order. If it's a fight to the submission, dude, Krillin is just gonna fucking tank this motherfucker. He's just gonna keep beating him. He's faster, he's stronger, tougher. Like, Tien's not gonna have a choice.
Tien ever get around making the tri-beam cannon not also mess himself up too?
Nope.
I feel
think
like Kaioken, it has to do.
I think it always like takes, it gives him damage. It's just how much can he take, you know, like as he gets stronger. It's like it completely killed him off in the saga or Saiyan saga, and then like in the Cell saga, you know, you see him do that for like a whole episode against second form Cell, and he doesn't die. He like knocks himself out and then gets saved by Goku. But he was able to withstand multiple of them versus only one in the Saiyan saga.
You should keep training that thing though.
I mean, he did pretty good. He was able to hold off second form Cell. He was who's like,
yeah, but we're fighting gods
on
now, Squall. He's over there meditating all day. He needs to be fucking hitting some Shinkikos into the clouds.
Hey, shoot,
In a fight
training
to the
with-
death, Krillin versus Tien, though. Here's the thing. Tien has pride. Like, Tien has a pride as a fighter. Krillin is a lot more of a coward. We're talking about, like, cowards are willing to do anything. Versus Tien is... He's more trying to beat you through technique and discipline.
Okay,
And I could
Ninja.
totally see Krillin hitting him with the solar flare fast. I could totally see him doing that and hitting him with a bunch of destructiveness. I see that happening immediately. If that's a fight to
Okay.
the death,
Ninja.
That's happening.
Here's
That's Goku's
why.
move.
Here's why it's a fight to the death. Tien, for some reason, went bad and decided that 18, like the androids and shit, needed to die. So he killed 17 and 18, and he killed Marin because she was born from an android. So now Krillin is on a revenge fight against Tien. Who wins?
I don't think Tien's
You
strong
don't-
enough
listen.
to fight to kill 17 and 18.
Listen.
You're giving him a lot of credit here.
listen.
Well, he used some kind of thing. I don't know. Fucking,
Listen.
he hacked him. He plugged up a
Listen.
USB device to him and downloaded a virus.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Where's your USB port?
If we're looking at that scenario, though, we're talking about. Remember, Krillin can hold Ki Blast in the air. So we're talking potentially thousands of Destructo Discs just sitting in the air with like a what's that move
Dude,
Piccolo
Krillin
does?
could
Hellzone
put him
grenade?
in a whole fucking Saw movie contraption.
Hellzone grenade, I believe.
Hellzone grenade, Hellzone Destructo Disc. Okay, so you know he's gonna use Solar Flare is one of the moves he spams.
Destructo Disc.
Hellzone, Destructo Disc, Solar Flare. That battle's over within not even minutes, within seconds. That's happening.
I think Tien would dodge that shit, bro.
He's gonna turn one his Destructo Disc into like a giant 5-sided star, and he's gonna like spawn 3 of them, and he's gonna go Team 3-star, and he's gonna throw it at Tien.
Like I remember.
I mean, what?
I remember Super Boo up on Kami's lookout when he like killed off all the humans. The rest, like when Piccolo was trying to buy time for Gotenks to like rest up in the hyperbolic time chamber. He's like, you can still kill all the humans, and then like Tien was still on Earth, like all the way at the bottom, dodging all them little blasts all over the place. They like cut over to him. So I think he would definitely dodge like Krillin's Destructo Discs.
Was that the only one time they actually showed Tien in the Boo saga?
And he kind of came back when I think when Gohan got beaten up by Super Boo. I can't remember. It was around that area. Gotenks or Gohan.
He wasn't there very much at all.
Nah, he wasn't.
The thing about the Hellzone grenade, though, it completely surrounds you and then it squeezes. There's no way for you. You just have to tank.
Remember, Krillin is
Unless
the
you
type
can
of person
instant
to hold
transmission.
key. Yeah, Krillin is the type
Well,
of
that was the whole thing.
key.
He shot that ball up in the air, and then all the little, like smaller blasts came out of it. I think it's called scattered Kamehameha.
Yeah, that's a different move though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but-
here's how Tien can counter. He can counter the Hellzone grenade. He can spawn those extra arms and start firing key blasts at every one of those Destructo discs to disperse them before they get to him.
Assuming he has time.
But
He'd have to pull
I
thing
feel
he
like
did,
if
Gohan did.
they did shit like that, I think that Tien would lose stamina faster than Krillin would.
So spawning arms to shoot little normal key blasts takes up more stamina than a Hellzone Destructo disc.
Squall, he's completely surrounded. No, not just spawning the arms, but also shooting key blast at the Hellzone grenade. I mean, the Hellzone Destructo discs.
What was the line Tien said after he used the forearm technique against Goku?
I don't know, but in order to disperse a key blast, you have to fire a key blast of equal or greater power. Otherwise, it would just bounce off.
And it's got a cutting force, so that
Right.
he has to overwhelm it because it's going to just go through it.
Yeah, that's true too. He would have to be putting some really like hard blasts out there. So the Hellzone grenade, the Hellzone Destructo disc would automatically take less key. Because this is after he spawns his arms, but also each one of those blasts has to be more key than the Hellzone Destructo disc. Because the disc is focused and it has that cutting force, like Ninja said. It'll slice open a ball.
Main
What
drawback
about-
is that it splits his focus and stamina rather than multiplying his power.
I think that's the where he splits his body into different clones. Or is that the
Yeah,
split
ChatGPT might be. I'm using ChatGPT, but it might. It's been known to be wrong on some things here and there. Having extra arms means Tien can attack or defend from more angles, but his brain still only has one consciousness. Managing 4 limbs instead of 2 in a fast-paced battle creates mental overload. Potentially. He's not doubling his attack efficiency, just adding options, which actually could slow him down if misused. I get it. I got this nice, lovely-looking couple behind me here. I need to fix that. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. It could cause more drawbacks than actually helping out.
I could definitely see like how that would make things more complicated for him. But I feel like if he had 4 arms, how hard is it to just make them all stick straight out and just start shooting key blasts?
He still has to
Assuming he
aim
can feel
the
it.
key blast.
He's got 3 eyes to see them
He has
all.
to know it from one direction. Yeah, you're right. From one direction, that's all he's got.
He's
His
only
best
facing
move would be
forward,
to spawn
Squall.
clones.
So when he was
His
dodging
best
all
move would
of
be spawning clones.
Super Boo's human extermination blasts from all over the place, you tell me he couldn't see all that shit in one
Yeah,
direction?
no, Squall's
hitting
right.
one at a
They can
time?
sense energy, Ninja. They don't really have to be looking at it. They can just sense it.
weren't they all hitting at one time? Not one time, but one at a time. It was fast, yeah, but it was one at a time.
Right.
Versus if you're getting multiple angles.
Yeah, it was
all
like a
at one
meteor
time.
shower. But the thing about the Hell Zone technique is that it closes in on you all at once from all angles. You have to counter it or tank it.
It was coming at all times, like at multiple different angles, at multiple different times. They're all piling.
They were
up.
all coming from the
Ian's
sky.
girlfriend.
I'm Batman. So
What did I come out here for?
But yeah.
Oh, some
I
water.
can't dispute that. I don't know if you are or not.
Like the Killzone grenade. It works in a way where everything, once it's out there, because it's always a trap. Every time he does it, they get surrounded. They either counter it or they take the hit. If Krillin's doing the exact same idea, he's gonna pull them all together because he always does. He doesn't just fire one at a time to track something. He always does it all together. He pulls it together. They're collapsing on this dude. He's gonna get killed by 1,000 cuts, and everyone's gonna go through.
Yeah, I agree with you
Yeah,
guys.
the only person that can counter the Hell Zone technique without losing anything is Goku. He can instant transmit.
Android 17's got a barrier, but I definitely agree.
Yeah, but that
with,
takes. Oh no, they have
Tien.
infinite key.
If it's a death battle, Tien would definitely die. With like if like Tien only has the tri beam and he's only got the first knockoff death beam. Well, I forget what it's called, but he's got that at his disposal. Versus Krillin's got Destructo Disc, which the tri beam I think is Tien's strongest move. Didn't destroy Nappa, and when Krillin threw the Destructo Disc at Nappa, Vegeta ordered him to dodge, and it would have sliced his head off if he didn't dodge.
Hang on a second. You forgot one of Tien's attacks. His volleyball move.
You know,
Yep.
the
Killing
goating stuff.
anybody. I don't think that's killing anyone. I think that can knock out Krillin for sure. That's not.
Oh,
killing
stop
anybody.
it.
Assuming he gets him.
He's as small as a volleyball. You can get him.
Wow.
So we're going
Look at
there,
the
huh?
hate.
We're going there, huh?
Look at the hate, bro. That's
Welcome to the
crazy.
Great Nimbus debates, where we have completely unbiased debates.
But yeah, so my final vote on this is Krillin trashes Tien. End of story.
My final verdict is Krillin mid diff.
Oh, Squall thinks Kaioken is a transformation, so I mean, I can't really agree with this line of logic either. Krillin beats it.
Weren't you the one that asked us to promise to never bring that up again?
Right.
Say shit.
Tomorrow morning, Brockstrap server, the Poke 2 section. We continue the never-ending argument.
Yeah, I remember we've got Brock to say a couple times. Alright, I'm fine with disagreeing on this.
He tried to change the subject a few times, like he brought up something else, and then me and Ninja kept going at it.
What?
Alright.
I can pull something in to make an equivalency to something else just because in an argument I bring up something that could seem unrelated. If I get 2 extra seconds, I could always bring it back. That's something my buddy always... It pisses me off when he and I argue. He's like, that's unrelated to anything we were talking about. I'm like, fucking let me cook, bud.
I'm making a side dish.
Wait a minute, hold up. I think Kyle gets a transformation, so you don't agree with me. Secret Cold Sauce right under me also thinks it's a transformation, but you
Yeah,
agree with
and
him.
I thought
Well,
it
what's
was
up
Krillin.
with that?
So there's
So
a
it
yin
seems
and a
like
yang,
mild-
motherfucker.
It seems like cold sauce isn't completely like
I'm Team Krillin.
I mean,
Wow.
I'm Team Krillin all the way. He's way stronger than Tien.
Hey, he's
way
right.
better.
It's been right. It's been a long time. The cold sauce has been right again. I appreciate
how
that.
many ads does this fucking live have? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so since he believes it's a transformation, that means you should join on my side over here. Give me the Vegeta thumbs
Hey.
up pose. And smile, smirk.
Hey, bro.
Alright, well,
I wish
Oh,
I
sorry,
were Garrett.
that was the Team 4-star one. Here you go. Here's the.
I'm not sure who I think it would be like is the strongest between Tien and Krillin. It's a good debate. I could definitely see arguments from both sides. It is definitely tough to tell.
Yeah, we're not watching the same show. There's no way.
Who do you think would beat? Would not beat, but who do you think would have a better time against Piccolo?
Probably. I think Tien would. Like, I feel like Krillin is just scared of Piccolo. Like,
Yeah,
he'd
I
probably
don't
like
see it.
lose off of like fear,
Okay.
like holding him back.
Yeah.
I think
you're right on
against
that one.
Piccolo, I think Tien would fucking 5 minutes, and I think Krillin would last an entire episode.
I think if like Piccolo was going to hunt them down to like kill them, like I definitely think Tien would die first because he would be more of the honorable hold your ground, while Krillin would like definitely run. He was like
Krillin would be playing smart. I firmly
he'd
believe
be
Krillin would
smarter
play
about
smart.
it for sure.
I think Krillin would just put up a better fight.
Well,
I
I don't know.
It's weird because I have the tinted lens on for Tien being stronger in Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball, he was one of the big threats. So having him be kind of like a scary big bad back in the day doesn't quite seem to equate to current Super, because things have changed so much since then. So like that's kind of where I'm coming from. I'm like, oh, maybe Tien. But yeah, the thing that really did stick with me, that if he does train with 18, who's obviously stronger than Tien always,
Right.
then yeah, that would the rate of which they would both level up would be higher for Krillin, because I mean, equating it to like some kind of experience thing, right? Like you play Pokemon, you fight the level 50, it's a level 14, you're gonna gain some levels pretty quick.
Yeah.
Versus a 14 to another 14, right? You gotta
That's what
grind
I was
that shit
calling
out.
battle IQ. Like,
Yeah,
you could
it's-
say that Tien could have like stronger attacks and shit than Krillin, but his battle IQ is so low that when it comes to put those attacks effectively in a fight, then like against Piccolo, who his strength don't fucking matter whether it's Tien or Krillin's gonna last a lot longer because he's been in way more fights. He knows how to do more things in a fight. Tien is just gonna get completely overexperienced, overwhelmed, and he's all right away.
I mean, Tien's older too, so I mean, even back then he had more,
That'll explain it.
because they fought Tien.
yeah,
the
but
first
look
time
at
as
the-
children.
Like the power level of the opponents that he was fighting back then versus Krillin's constantly training with 18.
You know, I don't really agree with Krillin training with 18 raises his battle IQ. I agree with it raises his stats, but like, we had Gohan training with
Yeah.
Piccolo for like when he was a kid. And he was still dumb as fuck on the battlefield.
He was still a
Lost every
kid
damn
too.
Fight.
But what
Yeah.
what fights has Krillin been in specifically, Cold Sauce, that you're referring to?
Okay, well, here's a great example. Whenever Golden Frieza showed up to Earth, Krillin did a lot better against them dudes. I watched him eliminate a lot more dudes than I watched Tien eliminate. And that's the
Because for the
same
longest
fight.
time, it seemed like it was just Piccolo and the Saiyans really doing any of the fighting at all.
Yeah, I'm talking about the horde of like all the Frieza Force. Remember when all of them were
Like,
fighting?
specifically
Tien,
in the
Krillin,
Resurrection
Master
F movie.
Roshi, Jocko was in there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and the movies are canon.
Technically. Are they making a game of it?
I don't know.
I think it's in Xenoverse.
Yeah, it is. It's in
Pacific
Xenoverse. Yep. So is the
It
Battle
should
of
be
the
in
Gods.
Kakarot.
And actually, so is the first Universal Tournament against the Universe 6. I wonder if they got around to doing some
Yeah, they had Zamasu.
They do?
Yeah, he's in there.
I wonder if they got the Tournament of Power, because I know that Jiren, I already have Jiren and Topo and Dispo unlocked as character that I can use.
I think they have the Tournament of
Take
Power,
a
but I'm
fucking
not
90-degree turn and I was lost. So I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
So, I mean, even on that logic, I guess Krillin beating those guys at a faster rate than Tien. I guess I'd have to go back and watch the movie again. I felt like it was pretty similar between the two.
Those guys
Yeah, he
were
was,
New
Freezer
Jago.
Force members. Than
he-
the ones
He took
Krillin
out
was fighting.
way more than Tien.
They were definitely weaker Frieza Force fighters than the ones Tien's were fighting.
Yeah.
No,
No, I don't know about that necessarily.
How can you judge that, Squall? That is almost as biased as that other thing that earlier.
The only
just
two that
repeating
would
your
have been
arguments
strong
back
was
towards
the.
You have to assume that they're all of equal strength.
I'm repeating your argument.
Roughly.
against
Well,
you.
There were
How?
only two that really stood out. One was the Taguma, and then the other was the Shisu, the red
The bull
guy with the
right.
yeah, the bull looking dude.
But the big fucking army
Jinsu.
of Frieza Force dudes, the random guys, right? They fought against Master Roshi, Krillin, Tien, Jocko, Gohan. And I think that was it. And Krillin took out way more.
Well, Tien took out way more tournament power people.
Did he?
And then he committed, I don't know what we're streaming on right now, but seppuku. He just jumped off.
I was way cooler than getting knocked out by just getting pushed from the behind.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
That is so not. You know what? It's the opposite of cool. What do they call that? Retarded.
Yeah,
he
they made
fucking
Krillin
jumped-
look retarded.
He jumped the fuck off. Krillin got surprised. It happens literally to Goku. The only person surprised doesn't happen to in the entire show is fucking Whis.
And I think it's retarded when Goku gets surprised.
I think it's retarded that you think that getting surprised is less cool than committing seppuku, willingly jumping off the edge.
Supreme Kai, Beerus, and all the other guys.
Seppuku only
looked
taking
at-
yourself out?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They looked
Oh,
at
well, he
Krillin
took
with
somebody else
other-
out, too.
They looked
No,
at Krillin
one
and
of
were
his
like,
clones
dude, what
took
the hell,
somebody else
bro?
out.
Bro,
He
bro,
committed 3 seppukus to 1 elimination.
bro. They looked at Krillin with disgust after they lost. Even Beerus and Supreme Kai thought the way he lost was pathetic.
And they told him that to hype him up, to make him train more.
No. Supreme
They
Kai
were
said you
so
did a good
disgusted
job.
in Tien that they didn't even want to talk to this dude. They saw what he did and they were like, he ain't even worth training. That dude is so stupid. He did not have to die. He could still be fighting right now. He gave up everything. Not just himself, the whole universe gave up on him. He easily could have just stayed on the stage. He had 3 other bodies. He could have just dispersed his clone and had it return to his body. He'll be at full strength.
He went out like a man. Krillin went out like a little wimp.
No, he didn't. He went out like a coward. He jumped out. He could have kept fighting.
He took someone
The part
down
of
with
that
him.
is he chose to go out. Krillin got surprised. Krillin got knocked out. Krillin got bested by an opponent. Tien was his own opponent.
Yeah, he went out on his own terms. He didn't get a little tiny push on the back. Oh,
He chose to go out.
that's more manly.
Exactly. So if it's a fight between Tien and Krillin, Tien turns around and jumps out the fucking stage and he loses.
He's taking Krillin down with him. If Krillin loses,
No, he's not.
He's just getting pushed from behind off the stage.
No, as soon as it starts, Tien just quits. Because according to you, quitting is fucking a better move than getting knocked out. So the first thing he's gonna do is jump out and eliminate himself.
How the hell did you come up with that?
By listening to you.
See, this is why I came up with that dumb argument of, the Frieza Force members Tien were fighting in Resurrection F were stronger than the ones Krill were fighting.
No, it's not. You were trying to say that because earlier we said anybody Tien was training with was way weaker than whoever Krillin was training with. Except we know 18 is very strong, and we also know that the people Tien was training with don't even know how to use ki.
No, I said that because you say stuff like, "Oh, if they fight, Tien's just gonna walk off stage."
Yeah, exactly.
He also
That's
says stuff
what
like
you
Kaioken,
said.
The transformation.
I feel like I just heard somebody talk, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, what you said, Squall?
I mean, I didn't really understand what Brock said, but whatever he said sounded 100% correct.
It was against you, by the way. Yeah, it was.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm not even sure he knows what he's talking about.
Well, we have another.
So Krillin's better.
Nah, I think Tien's better.
I think this one's pretty unanimous.
Yep. Krillin's better. Next topic.
Finding 75% of people to agree on anything is tough, but I think we've done that here.
Especially in 2025, Donald Trump's America.
Hey, most people are stuck in the.
Oh, his
Matrix.
America. It's my America.
Most people are stuck in the Matrix that don't make it real.
See, now you're just saying random stuff because you know you
I've never
lost.
seen the Matrix movies.
What?
Yep.
You know what's funny? I've seen Matrix 1 probably. What? That's Lawrence Fishburne.
All right, segment two. Segment two.
The
Pee Wee
second
Trex
segment?
from the YouTube side. He said, "Who is the strongest mortal that wasn't in the Tournament of Power or alternate versions? Not just humans, all races, but not immortals."
That wasn't in the Tournament of Power. Definitely Majin Buu, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Majin Buu had a chance of winning that fucking tournament.
Let's see. Majin Buu.
Is Boo considered immortal?
I think he is. He can. I mean, immortal means you can't die, right? Or does that mean you could still die?
Well, you
by
don't
blunt
die
force
of
trauma?
age. Like, you can still get killed if you're immortal.
This is not being able to take damage. Mortal is just the length of life.
I mean, wait. So immortal means you can't take damage? You said
Pervious.
No.
you're impervious to damage. So does that mean the same thing? As
No,
you can't take
dude.
damage?
The Kais are immortal. They can get fucked up.
Yeah, because I was trying to like that was my point. Like what's his name?
Well, I don't know if they're immortal necessarily.
Like
The length of life is weird for the different races on Dragon Ball.
no, because
Invincible.
Zamasu wished to be immortal and he could still take damage.
Is impervious? I gotta have to look that up now.
He's getting fucked up by
Invincible.
Goku and
Dun dun.
Unable to be affected by that. That might, maybe I was thinking that. Unable to be affected by damage.
so what's it called?
So what? PyCon?
PyCon's a good option. Oob and PyCon.
Janinba and Boo, what's the equivalency there between... They're both magical beings, right? Technically.
Yeah, they're not mortals.
Because I
They're
know
like
PyCon...
summons.
I wouldn't know if Janinba was stronger than Boo. He might have been, because Super Saiyan 3 Goku would have beat Boo potentially, but not Janinba. But PyCon lost
Shit.
against Janinba. PyCon could be on par with Boo potentially.
I would argue Goku
They
was
would-
stronger than PyCon in Super Saiyan 1. Yeah, he won that
I
fight.
mean, they both hit the... No, well... No, they both hit the ceiling at the same time, and that's how Grand Kai got
But
both of
he
them to
took-
eliminate.
Hold on.
He let
PyCon
the
took
fight
a
continue.
Kamehameha from Super Saiyan 2 Goku.
I don't think he went Super Saiyan 2 in that fight. He went Super Saiyan 1 only.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had access to at that point, because that was like
Well-
pretty shortly after he died. I mean, he would have had
Well-
hyperbolic time chamber training.
So you're saying he's not as strong as Piccolo?
PyCon?
I'm not saying that, because Goku was Goku and Gohan were deemed the strongest fighters before Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was shown in the Cell Saga. That's
I
why
think PyCon
Goku.
at that time was stronger than Piccolo.
Yeah, because Super Saiyan 1 Goku still put up a decent fight against Cell. And PyCon but like Piccolo was only on par with like first form Cell. And then PyCon put up a good fight. Like it was damn near pretty evenly matched with Super Saiyan 1 Goku in that filler arc.
Piccon's never really been in any kind of canonical thing, right? He's always been filler of the movie.
Yeah. I mean, we can still count him though. It's just more of a
Mr.
question.
Popo. Never mind, he's immortal.
So it's kind of boiling down to Majin Buu and Kid Oob at the time for me.
Why? You think Kid Oob can beat Piccolo?
I mean, no, it's not that. It's the question is who's the strongest one? Like outside
Who's
of
the strongest
tournament
mortal?
power.
Well, the
Outside
amount
of the
of
tournament power.
Yeah, exactly.
The amount
Kid Oob wasn't in it, but what I'm saying is... Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, no. Oh, no, Piccolo was in the tournament.
Yeah. What are you saying, Brock?
My bad.
the amount of key that Kid Oob gave to Goku's Spirit Bomb, or whatever they needed, right? He needed some kind of key against Moro. But the amount that Kid Oob definitely like dwarfed all other amounts that he was getting. So even Kid Oob, like to some degree, just off of key alone, had a massive more amount than a lot of other Earthlings at that time. So I don't know if he would have been tournament worthy necessarily, but
You know what?
he definitely is.
I got the right answer. End of debate. Broly. Next question.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Or granola.
Yeah.
Not at
Moro.
the time.
Yeah.
Definitely one of those two for sure.
Moro was sealed, right? And at the time, Granola only used the Dragon Balls on the planet to get stronger. So he wouldn't have even been that strong right then and there.
Did he use the Dragon Balls
Are we
to become stronger or become immortal?
The strongest in the universe.
Oh.
But that shortened his life. Anyway, like, are we talking at time of Tournament of Power?
He doesn't really state like what timeline in his question. I think he took off. He just said who is the strongest mortal that wasn't in the Tournament of Power.
I guess I would come with the assumption that he's talking like that time frame. But
In that area.
it doesn't have to be necessarily.
Prior to Tournament of Power. Okay, everyone introduce
yeah,
prior
Broly-
to Tournament of Power.
Broly for sure.
So if it's everyone introduced prior to Tournament of Power, Broly's excluded, Granola's excluded, Moro excluded.
It would probably have to be Majin Buu, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Majins are immortal
I don't think they are.
necessarily. They live a whole lot longer, but
I mean, they had regeneration when Vegeta was punching all them dents into him, and they just popped back out. That lasted that fight and that one fight only, because I don't think I've ever seen that happen again after that.
I feel like the Majin Buu and Oob and all of them, not Oob, but Ku, I feel like they are immortal because of their creation process. Versus being a natural born, when Majin would probably be different.
like artificial being versus,
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess naturally born.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I was like, I mean, like, you're talking about something like a weapon that's built to just take over things. Like,
Which,
They're
like,
probably
say
gonna keep
anything
that
about
weapon
length
forever.
of life?
Wait, so
I don't think it ever did.
you're saying Majin Buu and Ku are immortal, the Cybermen ones, or Majin Buu, the pink one,
No,
is immortal?
I'm saying anyone
If
that's
Buu is
created
doing
with
Ku
that
all-
method. Anyone created with that method, Buu, Ku, and Do, are created with the same method somewhat. Then I feel like they should be immortal. Right? Versus if
Yeah.
you're like born natural born Majin, you should probably have a time limit.
I think they're
Let's
all
ask
created.
ChatGPT.
No. You know what?
Majin Buu isn't technically immortal in the literal unkillable sense, but he's functionally immortal due to his insane regeneration, durability, and magical biology.
So-
It doesn't say anything about life, though. Doesn't age. He's millions of years old and hasn't shown any signs of aging. Was created by Bibbidi, not a natural life form. Technically immortal, but might as well be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fire
it's
doesn't
just
burn.
Regeneration to me, like that he's got not so much. He can't like die from damage. Because otherwise, Kid Buu would have been able to survive the Spirit Bomb.
CD keys.
What the hell?
It's an advertisement. It's cheaper on CD keys.
Ah,
Are you sure it's not morning for you, Brock?
Morning?
It shows like it's like super bright out over there.
Day 14 and it's still fucking bright out. To be fair, it's showing a lot brighter on my laptop than it really actually is outside, but
I got you.
I have another window right over here too. There's two in this room, so that's Like we're getting light coming in this way from this window. I don't know. I mean, I can see Vegeta pretty clearly now.
Nah, it just looks
There's
like
Dodoria. Frieza.
your back window is just a shit ton of light coming through that one. Like it's like flashing in my eyes. I feel like I'm getting solar flared here.
Go portal into another realm.
Alright, well, let's give a quick final answer here, and then we can move on to Hunter's topic. He's got the bad parenting topic he wants to bring up.
Pro of that.
Alright, yeah. I can't really think of anyone on Majin Buu's level. To be honest. Like, Oob is the only one, but then it's just like, how strong is Oob as a kid at that time? So I think they referenced him, like, when Goku was looking for fighters, like, oh, there is another strong fighter, and like, Goku was like searching, oh yeah, I can feel him. But like, they didn't say Oob, but that's the only other person I can think of in the air, like, on Earth. So, Majin Buu or Oob. They did my boy dirty.
Leave him in the crater where he belongs.
Oh, hey, now he doesn't belong in a crater. One time, man. One time.
And then a million other times another.
Would Tien be like that? If it were Tien that got blown up instead of Yamcha and he was the one laying in that crater, do you think we would give Tien that much crap too right now?
Probably.
Yeah,
or only because it was Yamcha?
It'd probably be worse. It'd probably be worse. It'd probably
no,
be
man.
10 times worse.
An exploding thing he created basically to only explode, like, probably take out anybody. I can't imagine giving a C4 pack a hug and coming out of it alright.
Alright, so what's your guys' final answers?
Krillin.
No, but outside of the Tournament of Power.
Oh. Probably Boo.
Seven Ninja.
I'm gonna have to go with Bulma. No, I'm playing Boo. 100%.
Hey, Bulma's gotta be strong. It's just, at some point, bro. Like,
No. It's Mr. Satan. It's Mr. Satan. Okay? 'Cause he keeps Boo under control.
The world's martial arts champion! Ugh.
damn, that really sounded like him.
You could be a voice actor, hey. Mr. Bro!
Have you guys ever played Borderlands?
What are we talking about?
Mr. Torg?
Ah, yes.
It's definitely the same voice actor as Hercule. It's totally the same. It's gotta be.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of same voice actors, that one karate, the one karate mentor in Kenichi was the same one as Piccolo's in the English dub.
Oh, yeah, Chris Sabat.
Oh, Chris Sabat.
You can always
The
tell
guy,
Chris
though.
Sabat.
The karate master? Sounds like
Yeah.
Logan. From X-Men 90, previous
Hugh
one,
Jackman?
really. Not Hugh Jackman. The X-Men 97 Logan, but the original X-Men. Sounds like Logan.
What are you talking about?
I definitely hear Piccolo.
Alright, Hunter, what's your final answer?
I mean, you could be right. I don't know. I have to listen to more Wolverine.
Wait, what's the question?
On who's the strongest mortal outside of the Tournament of Power?
Oh, and we can't use Majin Buu?
Yeah, we can use Majin Buu.
Okay, then Majin Buu. How did we talk
He's
about
not
this for so
technically
long?
immortal.
Well, I forget how. Anyways, alright.
Because I keep
segment
interrupting everybody.
3.
with him to some degree. Would Soma empowering
Goo was able to, or Do was able to, not Ku.
Yeah, would
Because Do was the one that beat the Tagaman.
Yeah. So would Do be stronger than Boo? You saying that?
Well, no, I mean, it depends. Are we talking like Kid Boo or like the Fat Boo that got nerfed because of the Grand Kai? Fat Boo still kind of squared up with Kid Boo to some degree, not like on the same level, but.
Yeah.
Wow, I already played the segment 3 segue. So, Hunter, I know you had a parenting topic for us we should go over, so lay it on us.
Yeah, this is the third installment in the series, in the Bad Dad series for Dragon Ball Z Great Nimbus Debates. We already did Goku. Last episode we did Vegeta. So now we're tackling Gohan. So we're just gonna discuss whether or not he's a good or bad dad. Starting with Squall.
The Dragon Ball Super movie made me think, like, I mean, but he did go.
With Gohan, you have to go off of that new movie where he goes to
It feels like he's just kind of letting Pan do whatever she wants. Like I'm more focused on my work than most stuff. I mean, it's good he's bringing money to the home to provide and shit. But like a lot of it, him and Videl were both kind of like, "Hey Piccolo, can you go handle this? Can you go take care of Pan? Can you go pick up Pan from school?" It's like they just put everything on Piccolo, while they just kind of fuck off and do their own thing. I will give Gohan some brownie points for once he found out that Pan was kidnapped. He sprung into action, bro. He hit Super Saiyan, took off, and threw some hands. So I'll give him some good brownie points for that. What's up, Charm City? Welcome in.
Our family in the chat.
So when it really, like, if it's like the daily life stuff, he's just kind of like whatever about Pan. But when it comes to like actually protecting and providing for his kid, he's doing a good job. If it's like between him and Goku, Gohan definitely is a better father. Like Goku will protect Gohan when he was a kid. He's not a provider. I mean, he might find some food to like some fish to go knock out and bring back home for Chi-Chi to cook. But like Gohan's actually bringing in the money. He's bringing in like the shopping money for Videl to go do, and Videl's the one at home cooking and stuff. So he's I'll give Gohan like between those two, definitely he's the better father overall. All right, who's next, Hunter?
I think it's Brock this time.
Is it? Oh, okay. When Piccolo, who is the best dad, comes down on Gohan saying you're neglectful or you're busy doing this when you should be whatever, like best dad telling other dad to not be so shitty of a dad makes me think that, well, if I'm being told I'm a shitty dad, I probably am a shitty dad. I don't know. It seems like, yeah, there was a little bit of neglect there, or the priorities weren't set straight. That there wasn't the balance that was needed for Gohan to be there, right? He was not even showered after days, and just so into his work that, like, I'm not sure even Videl could get to him. Was she able to get to him, or is that why she called Piccolo's, because she couldn't get to Gohan?
I forget.
She was going hang out with her friend. I was watching the movie just now.
Right, there was some degree to where like Gohan was basically unavailable, I thought. So like that's
no,
why
he was just studying. Piccolo went to his house. He was like, "Hey,
studying
your
be
wife
unavailable.
just
Like
called
if you're
me."
so into your work that you're not like
Yeah,
everything
what
else
I'm telling
takes
you
a
is,
back seat.
it wasn't even like it wasn't like for a job or something. Like he was just studying. Like he was just reading a book, basically.
He was creating a thesis. He was gonna send it into the
Yeah, with the
director of
bugs.
whatever. Yeah.
I feel like we just caught him on a bad day, but then again, I mean, depends on how that
Potentially.
conversation goes. Like we could have just caught like Gohan on a bad day, and he's just studying. He's studying to finish in that thesis, and that's just like he forgot to get Pan, and so he calls Piccolo. Which I've heard this phrase. It takes a village to raise a child. Piccolo is someone very reliable, very available. I could see them calling him for an emergency situation. Of course, it is his job to get his kid, but in this particular situation, Gohan's doing a job. A father does his job. I don't feel he neglects his son like early Vegeta. Not son, daughter like early Vegeta. I think we just got him on a bad day.
Potentially, because also on that episode of Super where everybody was caught off guard by Pan doing whatever she was doing as a baby, right? Like Videl and Gohan almost seemed like they were just so accustomed to it, it didn't bother them whatsoever. So I mean, I guess to some degree, yeah, that there's not total neglect. She is being sent to it seemed like a hoity-toity like private school too. So I mean, to whatever. They're trying to balance her life out too between schooling and I guess Piccolo takes her out training, right? Do they know that she's out training with Piccolo?
Yeah.
I feel like they do.
I did want to
know.
add.
I doubt Gohan would know. But go ahead, Skull.
I did want to add like one thing that I was gonna say earlier. Between Goku and Gohan, like Gohan, like studies and does work for like the family. That's his hobby basically. Goku's hobby is training. That's more for his own selfishness to get stronger because he wants to. That has nothing to do with the family. So I'm giving Gohan more brownie points for that.
Those are just two different types of ways to like live though, right? One is to earn the income and then use the income to buy something, and one can be literally living off the land, right? He farms and fishes, and like it's not that they are hurting I mean, we're applying our world to theirs, I guess, to some degree here.
But if you see the wives,
but he's living off the
two,
land.
if you see the wives between the two, Chi-Chi's always bitching at Goku for not providing anything, versus Videl is chilling.
She's been high-strung her whole life on just about everything, right?
Chi-Chi?
She's the Fire Mountain princess, Chi-Chi.
But Videl is the daughter of Hercule, who's like a super rich guy, world tournament fighter. Both come from rich families.
No, you're right.
I think in this situation, if Goku were to use his strength in like a lot of world tournaments or just tournaments in general to earn money, I think in that kind of situation, he could have done the equivalent of what Gohan does with bringing in money. Even if he was just being a pro fighter, like let's say Baki or his father, something similar to that would be the equivalence of what Gohan does. But because he's only training to get stronger and he's not using his power to get money for his family, I would argue that Goku has to be a worse father because of that.
If he was to actually monetize his strength, he would be a worse father. You're saying?
If he monetizes, no, he's a worse father because he does not monetize his strength to provide for his family.
I agree with
I'm
that.
not saying he doesn't go do anything off the land, but we've seen him destroy his field before, and we know that Chi-Chi's always bitching at him. So it's obvious he's not doing that.
And he pushed off the farming job onto Goten, so he could train.
And he fell off the cliff.
Child labor.
Go do the world tournament stuff. I mean, to whatever degree, like Goku's been dead for a lot of the series.
I definitely agree.
So,
with
like,
that.
if the world tournaments were going on, and Goku wasn't dead, would Satan ever actually be the world tournament guy, the champion?
In this scenario, he wouldn't be, unless
Chi-Chi was
Satan
okay
saved
with
him all.
Gohan going, if she was okay with Gohan going to earn money from the tournament, like she'd definitely be okay with Goku going to the tournament to earn money too.
Yeah, she would
But he was
definitely
dead.
encourage it. She would definitely encourage it for sure.
Is that a wild Brock?
Huh?
Was that a wild Brock on the screen back there?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
It just jump scared me like twice. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, it was on there.
Midori, he just got solar flared.
I got hit by a wild Brock strap just now. That's crazy.
Weird thing to get hit by.
Alright, so I think we might have cut some of you guys off. Who's
I
going
did
on?
for sure.
I think it was
I
Seven
think it's
Ninja's
Cold
turn.
Sauce's turn.
Oh, okay.
Cold Sauce, because I kind of already said what I need to say.
So wait, what was the original question? Is Gohan a good father or a bad father, or is like how bad of a
worse than
father was
Goku?
That's the
Gohan?
question. Is he a good or a bad father? Like we're grading him basically.
I'll definitely give him a solid D plus if I had to give him a grade. He's kind of neglectful,
Alright,
but
so-
he actually has a good reason to do it. Versus Goku doesn't have a good reason to not be there, other than being dead. That's a good reason to not be there.
Yeah, that's pretty good reason.
Yeah, that's a great reason actually. But when he is there,
We're
he's
providing
just
ground the
training.
grave.
When Goku is there, he's also not a good dad.
I mean, like after Super, he's not a good dad.
Isn't he trading on? Isn't he trading on Whis' planet? Matter of fact.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
totally
Super.
alive.
On Super, he's a bad dad, but in
While
Z, he's a
Goten
good
is
dad.
just running a fucking farm.
Well, in Super, he's only training on Beerus's planet to get stronger to be able to protect everybody. So in that regard, he's a really good dad if he wants to protect and make sure everybody's alive the whole time.
I can't tell if that's your joke voice or if you're being serious.
No, I was trying to equate to something I think you said back toward the Cell Saga, where he's trying to beat Gohan into its state to where he's able to protect. I don't know. I'm just
Something
goofing.
I said or something Hunter said.
Well, it's something I think you were making reference to in the Cell Saga. What up, Mochi?
What's up, Mochi?
Mochi!
Sign me up for the cookout. I can't figure it out. I think I messed up.
All right, Hunter. What lay it on us? What you got to spit?
Okay, so Gohan, the only time we really see him be a dad, well, the first interaction we see with Gohan and Pan is he is taking energy from her while she's still in, so that Goku can transfer. So already he's using her.
That Vidal's idea?
Yeah, that wasn't Gohan. That was Goku taking energy from Videl. That's
Technically
that's
allowed it to
Grandpa.
happen.
Okay, well, I'll let it slide.
I was like, bad mom.
Sounds good.
Gohan still allowed it to
That'll
happen.
be,
It's not
that'll
like
be
he's like,
brought
"No, you
back
can't
up
do
in
that."
our next series, the bad moms of Dragon Ball.
Well, right now or next one?
So, okay,
Next.
so
So we're done.
no, next like another episode.
Okay.
So then in the superhero movie, right? We see him. Pan went free and back.
I didn't hear that. You're cutting out.
Pan was already born
Pan was already born when what?
And
when Frieza came back.
Okay.
No. Yes. Yes. No.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't,
Yes.
I don't remember
remember seeing an
if
image
he
of
was
him
born or
floating
not.
as a baby.
I can't remember when Pan was floating in the atmosphere. If that
Wait, yeah,
before or
she
after
was born.
Frieza.
Because the very first scene in the movie is she's an infant. She's in a little like rock cradle thing, and Piccolo is rocking her with his. while sitting down. Pan is born. Mean that Gohan has a living child. He is a father, and he is not training. Because that was a big part of that. He has not been fucking training. So, automatically, right? What we see in the movie.
Wait, hold up, rewind. Automatically, he's what? You cut out again.
GPC's retarded.
Automatically bad. Like, you're losing points right there. Automatically.
For being with
You have
Pan
no
and not
desire. No, you have no desire. Who said he was with Pan? He was studying the whole time.
training? Okay.
Just like we see in the movie. We have
Cut out again. We have what?
It's done out
We-
hard, bro. Good. Great.
him. I think I know what the problem. I think I stepped too far away from.
You think you
I was
stepped too
walking
far away?
around my trailer.
Oh, okay.
No, Pan was not born yet
All right.
during Resurrection F, but she was already
Yes, she
conceived
was. I saw her in the movie. Okay.
during
so
the Battle of God.
then in the superhero movie, Pan, like, Gohan's never spending any time with her either because he's always studying. So not only is he never spending time with Pan, he's also not working on his own training to be able to protect her. So he's outsourcing all of his parental duty onto other parents. So, but Pan is still turned out to be a really good kid. So to me, he gets a D, the absolute bare minimum, the least you can do with a passing grade. He's not even a decent father. He's just a dad. He just lives in the same house as you.
I don't agree with that at all. I mean, when it comes down to him protecting Pan, when her life's on the line, she's kidnapped. I gotta sneeze. Oh, it went away. Fuck, I hate when that happens. Anyways, when it comes down to being a protector and a provider, he's there, 100%. When it comes to spending time with the kid, like, I don't know if he's on that side of the boat as much. But if he's not, he's got like at least a good reason. He's working and shit, providing for the family. Like, there's plenty of rich dads out there who are probably home like once every 2 weeks because they're busy working all the time. Like there's like, that doesn't make them bad fathers, you know. It's just they gotta do what they gotta do to keep the money flowing. And I'd put Gohan in somewhat of a similar boat to that.
But he's also never spending time with her. And he's not training, which means he doesn't.
I mean, he
So what
doesn't-
constitutes a good father?
I think
doing the things I just said.
I think we should argue at least one point for Gohan, which is that, like, we did only see one real instance of him being a potentially bad dad versus, like, Goku and Vegeta. We've had, like, at least a whole series.
I wouldn't even
Yeah,
count.
Goku and Vegeta are bad
Pretty
dads.
sure.
And Goku and
Look at his big
Gohan
forehead
is
back
just a decent dad.
What a
would've-
receding hairline.
Oh, I still don't think Super was like an example of a bad dad. To me, that made him look actually good. By the way, he got so mad and sprung into action once he found out Pan was kidnapped. That's great fatherly instincts right there. Like, I gotta go help my kid. Like,
I think we just got him on an off day.
I'd burn the
well,
world down to find my kids.
But I think he does spend good quality time with Pan too, because I remember in like the Zamasu arc, Trunks went to go hang out with adult Gohan in the timeline, and he saw Gohan picking up Pan, like, oh, Gucci 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 Goo, and like going on the swings with her and stuff like that. I think he does spend quality time with Pan. It's just we didn't see it in the Super movie.
Well, my final verdict is that he gets a D. He's not a bad dad, but he's not a good dad. He's just a dad. He's not even a father. Piccolo's a father. Gohan is a dad.
I would consider D a bad grade.
But it's a passing grade.
Piccolo threw
not it.
Gohan like into the wild by himself as a 4-year-old. Is that a good dad?
Oh no, he's only 4 years older than Gohan. He's like a mean older brother picking on him.
Yeah. He was.
I threw August out in the wild right now, man. I'd get picked up by CPS, man.
That's only if CPS finds out.
Yeah.
Hey Brock, where's the August at?
By the way,
he'll
Brock,
come back.
oranges in socks don't leave bruises. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Actually, Squall, yeah, they fucking do.
You gotta make sure they're moldy and squishy.
Not that you leave a bruise, it's just where you leave the bruise at.
Alright, well, if D is a passing grade, I still count that, like... You know, D is like... That's like... I can't think of a good, like, comparison, but that... To me, that sucks.
If I only completed 60% of my tasks at work, I'd get fired. That's not passing.
Looks like my summer vacation.
Well, in school, it's a passing grade. So,
School is garbage.
yeah, but
The most amount of money spent into a thing that doesn't show any results. Public school is bad. Homeschool your kids, because freaking schools are failing.
Oh
or
no!
private
Don't
school,
preach
maybe.
homeschooling. Don't. Only smart parents can homeschool. Don't fucking let Betty Joe and fucking
Courses that
Tommy
we have nowadays, you
Jr.
don't have to be a smart parent.
No, bro. The virtual shit don't fucking do nothing. I passed almost all of high school on those virtual classes, and I promise you, I can't tell you a single thing I learned from them, because I didn't learn anything from them. Because
I'm learning so much
I
more
went
as an
through all the
adult.
lessons. I just let it play, and then I took the test, and I just pressed fucking A for every option. And then at the end of it, I just saw, oh, you got this one wrong, and the correct answer is this. So then I'll retake the test, and then I'll get the A, or A100, which beats whatever stat I had, because some of them were A's the last time. So my F something and my A plus 100 would always even out to a passing grade.
Maybe one of the
all I
smart
know-
ones he's referencing, Mochi.
All I
Yeah,
know
don't
is-
talk shit on Mochi, Cold Sauce.
All I know is
I
my
didn't talk
parents-
shit about Mochi.
All I know is my parents would be really disappointed in me if I ever got a D in any of my classes. D or F, they'd probably lose their shit. C, they'd be like, okay, at least you passed.
Disappointment.
Only time I would ever talk shit about Mochi is if I wanted to lose in Marvel Rival.
Alright, so I don't think we've gone over Brock Straps and 7 Ninjas ratings for Gohan. Like, if you gave him a letter grade as a father, what would you give him? Yeah, I agree with Mochi.
Yeah,
too.
I would have to.
You go ahead.
I'm gonna have to go with not perfect, but I'm gonna have to give him a B. I don't think he's as low as Cold Sauce is saying. I hear his points, but keeps him from being an A. I think he's got a lot of the. If there's 3 sides to this pie, I would say he's got 2 out of the 3.
You know, I'm changing mine to a B.
And again, we
minus.
still don't know a lot of what's going on with him.
I'm changing mine to a B minus because being gone for providing like that, I'd give him brownie points for that, and he'd still spend quality time with the little Zamasu arc. So I'm upgrading him to a B minus. All right, what about you, Brock?
It's my
There you go. Now you're
mic working?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why it wasn't even going in the first place. Because I never hit the mute button. Anyway, I don't know. I'd probably give him I mean, I don't think he's any worse of a father than I'm myself, but like I sometimes do some of the same things, you know, like I'll be, you know, not home because of my work not for an extended period of time. Like I'm home every night, but there'll be times that I probably needed to be somewhere for something, but I couldn't because, well, my job dictates that I be there until it's done, and if it's not done until like 5 this day versus 3 this day, then maybe I'll miss out on something that I should have been there for. So it's kind of hard to grade on something, especially with all the little intricacies of what this will take, you know, what needs to take your attention at that time. So I mean, I'd give myself a C probably. I'm doing as much as I can, but there could be more that I would give. You know, there'll be times I come home and I need to probably do something, but I'm just worn out, and I choose to sit and relax because, I mean, you need to relax a little bit too, but I don't know. Yeah, probably C. If there's things that take priorities over something, and I just take advantage of another reliable person to go do something for me versus doing it myself when I could, then yeah, that's kind of shitty to do, but that's definitely not Dragon Ball. Probably C.
See? Okay.
What you watching back there? What you
Mochi.
watching back there, Brockstrap?
I don't even know what that ad was for. I've seen it 500 times, but I never actually understood what anime it was.
Is
Maybe
that DBZ Kakarot?
Dress Up Darling? Oh, this is Kakarot here. I don't know what the advertisement was for.
Oh. Yeah, Mochi's giving Gohan a B. She says like her Japanese dad was very cold, so in comparison, Gohan's pretty good.
You got the R worded.
Yeah, cause
I don't know, man. Cracking your head, falling down a cliff onto a rock might have given him a little R word right then and there.
Hey, we got someone
Retarded.
Oh, never mind.
I can say that, right?
No, not
Yep.
that. Not that. Like, not that R worded. Like, I'm gonna say it with a G.
The other one.
Raped.
Say it. Oh. What?
Oh,
Yeah, he said like Mochi says that Chili said
Say
Chi-Chi
what you
forced Goku into kids.
To some degree. Okay, so I mean, do you think that he absolutely hated it the whole time? Like, I can't imagine that he didn't want.
Mm-hmm. It's a funny thought. I could see it happening.
Oh, I mean, maybe. If I woke up and my old lady was doing something like that to me to get like, I'd just be like, whatever. I wouldn't go with that R word or think about it being that way. Like that implies a lot to a couple that's married. Maybe, I don't know. You know, guys are different than girls, though, obviously. So
Yeah. No, you're right. You're 100% right. Yeah. I don't know. It's just a funny thought. All right, we're getting to the end of
don't
the
let those
hour
public
here.
schools tell you different.
We're getting to the end.
Sorry.
Damn it, bro. We're getting to the end of the hour, bro. We're gonna do our outros. We're gonna call it from here. Let's see. Secret cold sauce. We can start with you, broski. 7 Ninja, then Brockstrap.
all right. I'm Secret Cold Sauce. I am a womanizer. You can find me here on the Great Nimbus Debates. And my book is being turned into an audio book, which you can find on Kinesis Rumble account.
It's DJ Kanezi, right?
Has he released
I
another
think
episode?
so. No,
Okay.
There's only the
I need
the
to
one so
get
far.
yes, the prologue in chapter 1. I need to get I've been writing down. I have to listen to it, and like whatever words he pronounced, I've been writing them down. So get on a call with him and tell him how to pronounce it.
Okay,
All right, 7 Ninja.
that's good. I'm 7 You can find me at Game Jolt, Melee, and Rumble. Did we have an outro question?
No.
The music
got it,
you
I got
think
it.
The character listens to?
What's the actual question?
Yeah, that's what we're going with.
Favorite kind of girl.
Oh, wait, hold up. Check it out. Check out what Mochi said. I'm gonna make the book into an audio too. Free trial, says Mochi.
Hey,
Mochi's the best.
Thanks, Mochi. Appreciate it.
but the
what-
outro question is, what type of music do you think the Z Fighters would listen to? You could choose your own Z Fighter. Yeah. All right. So I'm 7 You can find me at Game Jolt, Melee, and Rumble. I'm a Ninja Connoisseur anime where I have a anime review of School Babysitters. I think it's called Gakken Babysitters in like Japanese, but it's School Babysitters. It's a really good, very brightful, very uplifting show. So check that out. Check out the review first. And what music do I think Piccolo would listen to? You know, he's kind of a Zen guy. So I'm thinking something very... something kind of traditional Oriental. I feel like that's what we got with him. I don't think... yeah, he's always meditating. He needs something to keep him zoned, but kind of just calm. I gotta go with some kind of traditional Oriental... that word is, but we're going with that.
All right.
I don't even know.
I want to add to
what
this
you're talking
question.
about
You
right
can't
now.
pick your favorite character. So, since 7 Ninja picked Brock's favorite, Brock has to pick 7 Ninja's favorite, and then me and Hunter gotta pick each other's favorites.
Who the fuck is
Okay,
7
Frieza.
Ninja's favorite character?
Gohan.
Oh,
Have you
it's
guys
Frieza.
ever heard of Voltaire?
Future Trunks.
I'm so confused right now.
Wait, your favorite's Future Trunks?
Solitaire? Yeah.
I thought it was Gohan.
Dude,
I like
he
Gohan.
listens
Well,
to the
we
most
know-
fucking emo shit ever of his, like, in existence. All the shit that he's had to gone through, he's fucking just straight up emo punk rock all the fucking time.
Who? Piccolo?
Oh, Future Trunks.
Trunks.
Oh,
Future
yeah.
Trunks
I
is
can,
all-
I can
Go
see
in.
When
Bro.
I was a young boy, the androids, they murdered all my family.
Yeah, he's definitely singing some Linkin Park. In the end, it didn't
I
even
tried
matter.
so hard and got so far. It's so
No,
true.
it's a good thing. Anyway,
I went Super Saiyan and it didn't even matter.
Chester
Yeah.
Trunks didn't quit.
All right. Who do you think? What do you think Goku listens to? Hunter, so for your outro question.
All right, Goku listens to. Oh, we know who he listens to. He listens to fucking Lazy Town, the kid TV show, and Christmas music.
Hey, Santa!
All right.
Isn't there a Santa Goku?
No,
Vegeta, no! Vegeta, yes!
Santa Goku. That does sound kind of familiar. Like a canon one, or like as a meme of some sort.
no, he's the
Art,
champion
like,
of
from art book.
Christmas.
Team 4-star,
You see like a Shonen Jump art book.
Oh,
Thing.
okay. All right, Brockstrap. Let
That's the thing.
everyone know where to find you.
Rockstrap 55 on YouTube and Rumble. I have been so bad with my uploads lately. Please, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I got T-ball that's just about over for both my kids. I'll have a little bit more time. I got some free days going forward, so as long as work's not crazy and my old lady lets me get on the laptop a little bit here and there, then hopefully I can start pumping out some more again. I need to get through Sun. I'm actually having a really fun time. Only lost a few so far on my Nuzlocke challenge, so come check that out. Also, I'm on his channel. So I think Swallowright is over here, maybe on his. I'm on his channel on Thursdays too, sometimes for our Soul Link challenge that we do together. Take a little bit of a break, but we're gonna come back full force on the 3DS game X and Y, so that'll be a good time.
All right. And then I am Squad Rush Gamer podcaster and anime enjoyer. Hit the link tree, hit the buy me a coffee count, all that good stuff. Probably gonna drop a new Pokemon TCG Pocket video in the next couple of days. Probably 2 of them, not gonna lie. Other than that, if I had to choose what Vegeta would listen to, I could definitely hear him listening to some Screamo. Like some wow.
Yeah.
Some wild Screamo. Screaming, hardcore, screechy voices, all in all. Yeah, that's definitely him.
Oh,
When is my
he
turn?
never got his potential unlocked.
Yeah, and Krillin got whooped by Guldo and Raccoon, and Tien beat them. Tien, Yamcha, and Chaozu
I
beat
look
them.
like Raccoon.
Alright, my Pokemon TCG Pocket Tournament is going to be. I'm looking at days. I'm not sure which day would be better. But it's probably gonna be like Friday or Saturday at the end of next month. So probably like the 25th or the 26th of July, a month from now. Thanks for the reminder,
Question.
Mochi. All right. Hopefully, I'll see you guys
Off
there. If you
screen,
guys are
sorry.
into Pokemon TCG Pocket, please join it. Cash prize to the winner and second place. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Raid Shadow Legends.
Hey.